Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for March 27th. In 1836, this fateful day, Palm Sunday, the Goliad massacre occurred when the forces of Colonel James Fannin and Colonel William Ward, about 400 men, were executed near Goliad by Mexican troops under the command of Colonel José Nicolas de Portilla. Although José de Urrea had presumably sent a request to spare the prisoners' lives, General Antonio López de Santa Anna ordered Portilla to carry out the congressional decree of December 30th, 1835, which was captured armed rebels were to be executed as pirates. The Texans were executed without warning as they were being marched away from Goliad, and only a few escaped. This event soured feelings in the United States towards Mexico and gave the Texans the rallying cry, "Remember the Alamo! Remember Goliad!" On this same day, General Sam Houston's Texas Army reached the Brazos River near San Felipe on their eastern retreat from the Colorado River, knowing of Fannin's defeat but unaware of the tragedy at Goliad. In 1846, U.S. troops under Major General Zachary Taylor arrived at the mouth of the Rio Grande and established Fort Texas, later Fort Brown at Brownsville, opposite Matamoros. The effect was to mark the Rio Grande as the southern boundary of Texas. About a month later, Mexican troops would intercept a supply train coming from Point Isabel, thus precipitating the first battles of the Mexican War. In 1921, Malcolm Kuttner was born near Dallas. He was a three-sport athlete at UT Austin, where in 1941 he was an All-American end. After serving in World War II, he led the Chicago Cardinals in receiving on offense and interceptions on defense, and was named NFL Rookie of the Year for 1946. In 1947, when the Cardinals won the NFL title, he was named MVP. Kuttner, a member of the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, died in Tyler in 2005. In 1960, Natural Bridge Caverns was discovered on the northern outskirts of San Antonio by students from St. Mary's University. Later trips revealed about a mile of passage, and subsequent explorations showed another 2 miles of passage in what is called the North Cavern. Recently, a South Cavern has been found. Natural Bridge Caverns opened to the public on July 3rd, 1964, and that is actually not that far from my house. In 1963, Harold Dow Bugbee died in Clarendon. Bugbee attended Texas A&M and became a well-known Western painter. Among his notable works were 3 murals at the Amarillo Army Airfield, 2 of which survive in the Smithsonian National Museum of American Art, and many other murals about Indian life and ranching, and most outstanding being The Cattleman from 1934. From 1951 until his death, Bugbee was a part-time curator of the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum. And that, my friends, was your Texas History Roundup for March 27th. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow on the next one. You take care. Remember Goliad.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.